Hi everyone, hope all is well. In my last video, I mentioned that a new difficulty was added to the Paradise Lost Incursion. Whilst I'm not at a high enough level to take on this difficulty, a couple of fellow YouTubers called DEN4IK and Ilya, along with two members of their clan, have managed to take this challenge on and beat it. I will leave links to their YouTube channels in the description below, but I really need to thank DEN4IK for letting me use his footage, and I implore you to head over to his YouTube channel and watch the full run. He streams the Chinese version of The Division 2 on Twitch and YouTube most days. It's all in Russian, but he does speak English, so drop by, give him a follow and ask any burning questions that you have. In the first area, the garden area, a new charging station has been added to the location. It's just past the sniper platform. This needs to be fully charged before the turrets can be taken down, which can be totally brutal. You can see in the clip that the turrets focuses you. Well, everyone focuses you, to be fair, when you're in that charging station, so you get absolutely pummeled. It's totally brutal. Also, just for good measure, you can see that they've added some of those elite rushes, made them absolutely super tanky, and they're named as well, so that even better. The shielded guys, really good. Just give you a bit more of a challenge. After a fair few wipes, the guys did manage to get the shit together, so I'll let this little section just run through and you can watch just how they did it. Next up, we've got the tanker area. Everything is super tanky, so don't forget, people like DEN4IK and his guys dish out a lot of damage and it's still a real challenge for them. So with this area, the main difference is that you get 3 named bosses spawn. They're 3 like heavy bosses who will only focus the tanker, but they're immune. They spawn from the manholes, and the only way to remove their immunity is to destroy 3 of their weak points for you to be able to do damage and kill them. Now that sounds quite easy, but it's a lot harder in practice because the HP of those things is absolutely nuts. So just like before, I'm going to let this footage run a little bit so you can watch it a little bit more. I might not play it right to the end, but if you want to see the full unedited footage, head over to DEN4IK's channel. And you can watch the full thing in glorious 4K, and it's about 2 hours long, but the guys do a really good job, and you can see all the wipes and all the successes. Now, for everyone's favourite, we have Wright. The big mechanic change here is that the valves always say 0, so you need to remember which ones that you've pressed. making group communication key. You'll notice in the footage that you can't hear the guys speak. That's purely because their audio was recorded on a different track, which I am not playing here, because why would you want to listen to a load of Russian guys? Well, unless you know Russian, that is. You'll notice on the footage that they've made all the NPCs tanky, as you would expect, but if you look at the damage that the guys are doing on Wright, it's absolutely phenomenal. They're hitting things like 30 odd million crit headshots on him with an LMG, and his bar's like hardly moving. That's how strong they've made these guys. It's absolutely crazy. So here they are finishing the boss off. Just watch the damage numbers that he does on this boss's head. Absolutely crazy. Goes up to something like 50 million crit damage on the head. Absolutely phenomenal. That's how strong these guys are, and this difficulty is really taking, everything that they've got. So, lastly, we've got the LoveBirds. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the change was here. I believe it's to do with multiple drones spawning instead of just the one, which need to be killed before you can do major damage to both bosses, but I'm not, as I said, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously watch the footage, see what you think. The guys get this after a few tries, so yeah, I'll let the footage play out, but remember, go and visit DEN4IK's channel, for all the full runs, plus even more Division 2 content, and obviously drop by when he live streams and say hi. So, that's it from me. As I said, I'll let this footage run. Bye bye now.